colleagues from the Ministry, Secretary, DSIR, Dr. Kalai Selvi, Earth Sciences, Dr. Ravi Chandran, Dr. Kalyanam, Sunil, and the honorable members of the Niti Aayog. I must say that it's a rare privilege being in this elitist academic company. But since we are all compulsory researchers, so the first thing when I stepped in, I said, why, where to go? They said Bengal tiger. So I said, why is it called Bengal tiger? Nobody had an answer. So you can understand, we are all sitting over here by compulsion, obsessive scientists. So I said, no, we must find out. Then Dr. Vivek did some research and we got to learn. I don't know how many of you are aware that I think this floor is named after wildlife. The second thing I did after entering this room is that I checked the temperature. I don't know how many of you realized. You know what temperature we were sitting in before I came led by the vice chair. It was 15 degrees centigrade. So I told them the idea of having an air conditioner is to keep away summer, not to recreate winter. Because in Delhi, even in the winter season, you don't have 15 degrees. So gentlemen and gentle ladies, I saved you of getting yourself exposed to that extreme cold. Now the temperature is corrected and I hope you must have. So what I'm trying to say is that sitting in a company of scientists and researchers, it has to happen very spontaneously and naturally. So having said that, thank you very much. It was a great pleasure paying my regards and respects to the Vice Chairman visiting his chamber, and he was very kind to receive me over there instead of straight away coming here. Thank you very much, sir. And secondly, I have also got to congratulate Professor Saraswat, who's been always a great asset to all of us who are engaged in the business of science, technology and research. And this report which has come today is being conceived by him and also very passionately and diligently worked upon. So congratulations, Professor Saraswat. I hope it will be utilized with the same passion with which you have actually created it. This roadmap outlining the path of strengthening state and technology councils, state S&T councils. Now, Niti Aayog, as we all know, has been playing a very great active role, sometimes also leading role as far as our scientific endeavors are concerned. And of course, the Atal Tinkering Lab is a great success story which is being told the world over. And the S&T or the science technology is actually in the times to come going to be increasingly linked to India's further growth and further development as we move on. We have moved from 10th economy to 4th, so as we move on, the value addition will come through. Through the technology exploration of those assets, those sectors which have not been hitherto fully explored, whether it's the ocean resources, the Himalayan resources, space which is already begun, the green revolution, the digital public structure. Some of our success stories have already given us global recognition. That's the vaccine story or the Chandrayaan 3 story. And in life sciences, I don't know how many of you are aware that we are the first to have come out with a successful gene therapy trial in hemophilia, which is a blood bleeding disorder caused due to the deficiency of factor VIII. And that study of ours found publication in New England Journal of Medicine, which is the oldest scientific journal. New England Journal, Lancet, and British Medical Journal, the oldest. I mean, from the time when the entire science and medicine was controlled by the Britishers before it moved over to Americans. So, I think now in the last 11 years, there have been three fundamental differences. We had all the talent at our command, all the acumen, we had enough of scientific and research potential, but perhaps what we were lacking was an enabling milieu which is expected from the level of the policy makers, the political influentials. And that has started happening after Prime Minister Modi came in. And then the Planning Commission also reincarnated itself into a Niti Aayog. It was no longer planning, it was also moving on a Niti mark, which is of course the and there were budget hikes, there were increasing public-private participations. We have National Research Foundation, presented by Dr. Kalyanaman, and Prime Minister's personal indulgence, the manner in which, in fact, when we came out with the biotechnology policy, BioE3, there were a series of presentations made by our Deputy Secretary, who also happens to be a biotechnologist, personally before the Prime Minister. I don't think it happened in any setup, but before we could actually convince and move on the cabinet note. And since I have this fancy of digging out, Prabhati, that I did this 50-degree temperature, I don't know how many of you have realized that I think for the first time after 2014, we have a Prime Minister who has been in his Independence Day address making one or the other scientific announcement. An Independence Day address of any Prime Minister is said to be the declaration of intent of the government in place. So soon after he came, he spoke about Swachhata. Next Independence Day, he spoke of Startup India, Stand Up India. The next he spoke about Digital India. The next he spoke of Gaganyaan. Deep Ocean Mission twice, 2023, 22 and 23. Digital Health Card. So all these announcements have come from the Independence Day address. So that is also the laying down of the priority of the government.